Yesterday was September 11th, and I actually posted a video, and many people put up many other things to mark the 18th anniversary of the attack on September 11th by jihadists in New York and Washington and Pennsylvania. But today, we need to mark another important date, another important milestone, one of the most important dates in the progressive calendar, and that's September 12th. September 12th? What's so important about September 12th? Well, let me explain to you why September 12th is so important. September 12th is a key day in progressive history because it's this day that you start the count of killings by Muslims. You've all heard this somewhere along the line. You hear it every day in the news and on the media and MSNBC and CNN and possibly from progressive friends.
More people have died from right-wing terrorists than from Muslims since September 11th.
And the key word there, it's not that that's not true. It's as Mark Twain said, there's three kinds of lies. There's damn lies, and then there's statistics. It's a statistic, and it's very carefully worded there. And the key word is since 9/11, which means they start the count of terrorist attacks on the 12th. We don't count the nearly 3,000 people who died on September 11th. We start counting on September 12th. And then if you count from there, you can get a number where the number of killings by right-wing terrorists are as high or slightly higher than by jihadists or Muslim terrorists, Islamist terrorists. And even there, they usually have to cook the books. They'll take out the Fort Hood massacre, where a bunch of people died because the Obama administration ended up declaring that that was workplace violence. So it doesn't count as Islamic terrorists. So you pull that out, and then you can get to a number that's a little bit higher with right-wing terrorists and left-wing terrorists. But if you throw in Fort Hood, and especially if you throw in 9/11, if you start your count on September 11th and start at September 12th, the numbers aren't even close. But this is part of the narrative that they want. We're over-focused on the jihadists. We need to focus on those right-wingers who are going to kill us. And it's a statistical crock of shit is what it is. And that's what makes September 12th. Imagine if I said, since May 8th, 1945, no Jews have died in death camps in Germany. Well, that would be a true statement. But of course, you're missing the whole point. You're leaving out World War II. You're not starting your count until the day the war in Europe ended. Or no Japanese have killed Americans in attacks since September 2nd, 1945. Well, that statement true as well. But it misses the whole point. You're leaving out all of World War II. People will say that's bullshit, or no black people have been enslaved in the United States since December 1865 and the passage of the 13th Amendment. That's true too. But it misses the whole point that before that date, you had loads of people, millions of people who were enslaved. And if I said any of those things, I said, well, we haven't enslaved any blacks since December 1865. You say, yeah, Dr. Palmer, what are you, crazy? You're leaving out everything that happened before that? That's bullshit, Dr. Palmer. That's bullshit. And it would be bullshit. But that's what the left does with terrorist attacks. They leave out September 11th. We're going to start the count on the 12th of September. There you go. You see? We're right. More people have died in right-wing attacks. And it's a bunch of nonsense. And they never explain it. And nobody ever checks on them. Nobody says, well, what date do you start that count? Since September 11th? You mean you start counting on September 12th? Why? Why don't you start counting on September 11th or September 10th or back on when the attack on the call took place, or the attack in East Africa and Kenya? Why don't you include those too? There's a couple hundred more bodies there and a score of bodies at the other place. Add them to your count. No, we don't do that. We count September 12th. It's such nonsense. So that's why today is a really important day in history if you're a progressive, because today is the day you start counting bodies. Anything that happened before September 12th doesn't matter. The 3,000 who are dead, well, some people did something, as we know one person said, and that's why you should mark this date, make it an important date on your calendar. And remember, the next time somebody says to you, since 9/11, that means they're forgetting 9/11. And we always say, remember, don't ever forget. Never forget 9/11. As I just said, whenever you hear somebody say or write, since 9/11, and they start talking about deaths from terrorists, that means they are forgetting 9/11. That's what that line means. I'm forgetting 9/11, and I'm starting my body count on the 12th of September. They are forgetting 9/11. And you need to call them to task for that because they're bullshitting you.